face it, we're all here for the ladies, right? Okay? And it's pretty obvious that the team's added another dimension to the club. They've added a touch of glamour to an event like this one. And just briefly, I obviously want to thank the administrators of the club, particularly Dave and Sonny, for their supporting me and what we're trying to do with the Texas Heat. So thank you guys very much. Okay, that was. Just briefly, our performance at US Nationals was nothing short of amazing. Okay? Welcome.
Here's his award.
Okay, thanks for that entrance, Robbie's family.
You're welcome.
Right, yeah.
You're welcome, Milo.
So just briefly at Nationals, look, there was just, people ask me how did we go at Nationals, and the word that comes to mind is love. There was so much love for the Texas Heat at Nationals. We had people randomly coming up to us as we're walking to our field saying, we love your Guernseys, we love the design of them. They were happy that finally Texas had a women's team in the competition. We looked amazing, we played amazing. We had attention from the USAFL. They're very, very keen to see where this group of players goes, really keen. So from that point of view, we super delighted as a coach. Just couldn't have gone any better. We won our very first game that we ever played. Without having to score a goal, which was awesome. Brian Barish, who's the media manager for the USAFL, he thinks he's going to go through his records, but he thinks it's the lowest ever winning score of a USAFL match. 0-0-4 beating 0-0-3. That's pretty good. Then we came back down to earth. We got taught a bit of a football lesson in between the next two games, but in both of those games we rallied. We never dropped our heads in both those games. And then that last game, I still get goosebumps when I think about that game. We had the whole club around us supporting us, and it was a win. It was a very gritty win. I mean, let's face it, it's 40 minutes of football. It's not a long time, but tell you what, when you're ahead and you've got to stay ahead, and you've got a team chasing you, it seems like a bloody eternity. So that was our Nationals campaign, and of course then it was lovely to have the recognition of Aubrey as the most consistent player in Division 2. I thought that was now there's been the way the boys do their presentations, very fancy with graphics and slideshows and stuff. Oh look, just the same way as I am with the coach. I'm a bit old school with my awards, but I'm going to just quickly run through some awards that I've assigned to players. I also awarded a White Line Fever Award, and come as no surprise to this young lady. Where is Lindsay Aaron? Where is she? Congratulations. The next award is, I've called this the training award, but really it's the award for the person who just, she makes the team a happier place, and that's Jackie. Where are you, Jackie? Not here tonight, but people who are as old as me will remember there was a television ad campaign. There's quite a few BHP people who work at the company here. Years ago they had an ad called the Quiet Achiever Award. Why am I looking at you? Quiet Achiever? Yeah. And so, and they had an ad called the Quiet Achiever. So the BHP award goes to Kalina Miller, but she's tonight. The Lazarus Award, the Comeback of the Year Award. Delia? We thought she was gone, but she came back for national. There's what I've called the Strapping Award, which the people who needed the most attention by the trainers and the medical staff, and unfortunately that's been shared this year, shared between Emily and Ali. Two ladies who weren't able to reach their full potential this season.
But Will?
And the last one I think I've got here is the hardest to coach. And that's...
Is that right?
I've got, for someone, the next award I'm going to hand out is the Miss USA Fellow Award. And that is for...
Oh no, you were in the middle of your other one. Oh, no, just go. Just give it
because I was never 100% sure how to read this lady, not 100%, and wasn't sure, did she enjoy herself, did she have a good time, and was ably told by her husband that she had an absolutely fantastic time at Nationals, and that's Kylie Giblin, so I think...
With Miss USA fell.
And the hardest to coach award, and it's not because of her attitude or her ability or anything like that. It's just because she's the first one. Well, she's the first one to make a joke and make everyone laugh. But the problem is the joke is usually at my expense, and that's Julia Wells. Okay, so we'll move on to the on-field awards. So we have
Where's the medals, mate? Where's the medals?
the medals are on their way. So the first award is for the Rising Star. So we tossed around what kind of awards we're going to give out, and we want to acknowledge people who made a contribution on the field, and this person I think deserves a rising star because she
Too late.
because she has got a really bright future in the game, and she trains hard and she works hard on the field, but she's not here tonight, unfortunately. That's Maria. So, okay, so the next one is going to be much debated, no doubt, by the end of the night, and because we've selected a most improved player, and let's face it, you know, they've all improved, right? They've all improved.
That's the best way to go.
Let's just leave it there. Let's just leave it there.
Well done.
The reason I selected this young lady for this award is because when I first turned up to training, the first couple of weeks or so, there were only a couple of girls running around on the field with all these gorillas here, right? And I'm looking at her and going, and no one's kicking her the ball, and you know, and I'm thinking, you know, what's she doing out here? Why is she here? Because no, what? Because nobody was. I don't think they even knew she was on the field, and I felt a bit sorry for her. I felt very sorry, and yeah, but hang on.
Best police president award goes to
Bear with me. But then the heat came along, and we separated, and we trained on our own, and all of a sudden this person blossomed, absolutely blossomed, and she blossomed to the point where she was elected our vice captain, and then okay, the next award is the most consistent award, and that's it's an on and off field award. But really, when I think about this player, I always know what I'm going to get from her. Always, 100%. And she does what needs to be done, and she does it with class. And it was no surprise that she was elected our captain, and that's okay, the next one is the Coaches Award, and this is the one.
Aren't you the coach?
See what I mean? That's an example, right? This award goes to someone who. No. This one goes to someone who's very much split between on and off field, and she was a big help to me. She was a bit of my go-to sort of person in the team whenever I felt I needed to ask a question about what was going on. She was the person I would ask. On the field, she was very selfless to the point where I had to get her to become a bit more selfish to benefit the team. But she is the heartbeat of this team, I believe, and she's got a big heart, and the Coaches Award goes to Crystal.
It's going down the front page of the Chronicle tomorrow. Astros yesterday.
Bristol today.
And we're tapering off here. What? Sorry, we're coming towards. And the runner.
Oh, right on.
Hang on, we have to move forward. We're a bit behind on the PowerPoint.
PowerPoint. It's the model.
Ah, there we go. Look at that. Oh, look.
You can't sketch that on one trophy, surely.
The first guy in history is had an award, the runner-up award named after him. Fantastic. It's club champion, right? So it's the Milo Lombardi Club Champion Runner-Up Award. And this girl really, her performance on the field really peaked at the right time for the club, right in the middle of nationals. And I know she wants to improve. I know she wants to develop her football and go further in the game. And I believe she's got the attitude, she's definitely got the skill to do it. And the inaugural winner of the Milo Lombardi Club Champion Runner-Up Women's Player of 2017 is Taylor Bellinger.
Charlie's not here. Your lover, your best friend.
And okay, so this is probably the worst kept secret in the club's history, I'd say. But the Low best women's player for 2017, she really just smashed it, just crazy. And unfortunately she's not here tonight because she's offshore, but clearly it was offshore.
Like on a platform.
On a platform. Anyway, it's Aubrey Bagley. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for a great season. Okay?
Thank you, Milo. You're the best.
Well done, Milo. We'll try and move on. We know it's getting late, everyone. Getting closer to 11 o'clock. We'll try to push on through the rest of the awards tonight. So for the next two awards for the men, we have the Nationals campaign, where we obviously it's still fresh on our mind 2.5 weeks ago. We're not going to dilly-dally, and I probably won't ask for as many hugs as what Milo did, but we're welcome to get one. So for the, we all know what we did, gentlemen. The Division 2 and Division 4 teams that played, very proud of you guys, what you did at the football club that weekend. Both Division 2 and Division 4 alone, we both played pretty hard football, came up against some good football teams, came away with the wins that we wanted to win. Each of us both got a win, luckily enough. We won't get any further into this. For the Division 2 best player for the men's at the Nationals, those that were at the presentation night, straight after the games, we did have a big chat about this, and nothing's changed in my mind, but in vote counting alone, it did come down to the Division 2 best player was Trigger.
He's a national specialist, this bloke.
And for those that are interested, for those who are on the board, just for the Nationals campaign, the Trigger with 29 votes for the team. Division 4. Division 4 was we were helped out by Dallas as well and did a great job. Division 4, we had a couple of guys that moved up and down between Division 4 and the last game in Division 4 against the Squids was probably our best league of football by far. From the nominees,
Doug Hill, Brian Chisholm. Look at it.
Chizzy's still there. Chizzy's still sitting back in that great team. But for the nominees for this year, we had Chance, Chizzy, and Nick and Alex that both all polled very well, and all polled. Just a couple of minutes. We'll wrap it on. All these guys did play very good football. A couple of these guys moved up and down between the Division 2 and Division 4 appropriately. So for the Division 4, best player for the Nationals was Alex Azizi.
Alex!
And then the three of you, teammate. Other side, teammate. In the middle.
And for those interested in the numbers, for the leaderboard, Alex, Nick, was very close to my son. Nick only just got topped by one vote, so a great little tournament, gentlemen. Well done for Division 4. We'll move swiftly, I guess, James. Move swiftly into Club Appreciation Awards. Back to you, Becky.
Andy.
Okay, Andy's going to come up. We're going to do some really quick appreciation awards. These awards are given to people that go over and above and put extra effort in where it's not necessarily required or requested. So we've got 6 people getting quick awards here. I'm going to start with the first person. It's actually a person that's helped out the women's team immensely, and Milo's already paid tribute to this person, but she's been instrumental around the club in general, and that's Crystal Winters. Come on. Well, you can stay there. That's okay.
She's trapped!
Thank you, Crystal, for all your effort.
Alright, Sonny, you me with the photo. Oh, God. I need to type it out.
Okay, next one is someone who's not here but has put in off the field, pretty much been a strong vocal member of the social committee for years, has been putting in but doesn't get a lot of recognition, and that's Sarah Ferguson.
Yeah.
Yes!
And Sarah's not here tonight, but her and Blake put a lot of effort in, but she particularly has a lot of passion for footy clubs, and she's put a lot of effort into ours. So thank you, Sarah. The third one I'm going to mention is a guy that plays in our Division 2 team. He's a national member of the national team. He lives in Australia, and he made the effort to fly over off his own bat to play nationals with us, with you guys. Dave Restrepo, appreciation for putting his footy first, but then for putting the club first when it matters at nationals, and he came back and it was amazing. And you know, he has a lot of passion for this place, and he comes from Texas, so why wouldn't he? But Dave, thank you. He's not here either, obviously. And then the last one I'm going to talk about before I hand over to Andy is a guy that I think everybody at this club has a certain amount of love for. I certainly do. I've actually told him this. I love him.
We tell everyone that.
We had a few beers that night, but it was true. Look, he moved here just over a year ago to Houston. He came from France. And he told me the day he arrived, he goes, I'm on a 1-year contract with work. And I thought, okay, we can work with that. Because the day he turned up, was a week before Nationals in 2016, and he signed up for Nationals that night at training and came to Nationals and played Div 4 because he hadn't qualified. So Steve Ryan was, you know, a part of this club basically that week. He turned up, he joined the club, he got involved and got to know everybody here, and he became the fabric of the club. He kind of fitted in and also elevated us a little bit. What we did do though, and why he gets this award is because in the face of all of that, he put his hand up to become coach of the team. And we sat down very, very early in the year, and I said to him, look, what do you want to do at this club? And you know, you just want to play? What are you up for? He goes, look mate, you tell me what you want to do, but I love footy and I'd love to help you guys out. And I said, well, mate, show us your colours. He'd coached in France for 2 years prior, so he had good experience coming in, coaching overseas. And so he really typified the passion and commitment that we were looking for. So we gave him the coaching job. But he did say that he wasn't going to be around much. He said, I'm away 3 months at the start of the year, then I'm going to come back for 4 or 5, and I'm going to go away again. And it was tough to make that call with that context. So what we did is said, look, mate, you give us everything you've got. What we'll do is put a group of people around you so that when you're not here, we can move forward. And that's what we did. We had Sarge, we had Rico, we had Chizzy, we had Dan, we had Matty. It was a group to try and supplement what Steve couldn't provide in terms of being there, but also to help him out. And so he embraced that, took the job on, and I think he had an impact from day one, and I think everyone has a spot in their heart for Steve Ryan. So Steve Ryan, thank you very much. So Steve gets a gift. So Steve wins a gift. He wins a Texans jersey because he's not a Texan.
We want everyone to sign.
And we're going to sign a footy for him. So on your way out or before you leave, just scribble your name. It doesn't have to be good.
No, we need that practice.
But I'm going to hand it over to Andy now to do the last couple of...
Thanks, CB. So the next award, it goes to a guy who really stepped up when the club needed him. You know, Steve moved away and this guy put his hand up and said, yeah, I'll be head coach. And he has a tough coaching style. He pushes us all to be better players, better athletes, and I think it's a better team. And I think you saw that at Nationals. And this, of course, is Sarge. So. And the last of the official Club Appreciation Awards goes to a guy. He came down from Calgary to Houston, and immediately within a week or two had an impact on the club. You know, he came out, he umpired a couple of games, and then obviously instrumental in bringing the Texas Heat together and taking them to the success they had at Nationals. So, Marlon, I'll see you on the back there. And he's also a pro supporter.
Hang on, wait. Oh.
And we have one more ringing award here, which I'd like to bring Shawnee in to announce. Shawnee?
Actually, the girls just want to take a second. I know everyone here knows that just, within the last several months, a lot of us girls went from not having any clue what footy was within 90 days, winning 2 of our first 4 games. Not only our first game did we ever win, but we won it at Nationals, which I think is a huge deal. And we could not have done that, and I think everyone here agrees that we could not have done that without the leadership and patience and just knowledge and intelligence of Milo Lombardi. So we're here today. We get something from all of the girls here, and really we just appreciate you so much. And we couldn't have done it without you. So let's give a applause to Milo.
everyone. It would be silly to go through all the appreciation awards without recognising Joshua. You guys listening over here? So I was saying it would be very silly to go through appreciation awards without recognising Debbie and Sunny again for all they've done for our club. They do all the fundraising, they do all the scheduling, all the training, they do all the encouragement, they basically do everything. So at the start of this week we began a little fundraiser and we got way too much money than we really needed. So we panicked a little bit and Sunny got a little angry because she got word of what we were doing. So we thought it'd be right that during these appreciation awards that we spread the funds that we raised, which is what a lot of all your money went towards Marlows and massages and skis. So we raised a lot of money, but we've also managed to get Sunny and Debbie another great award.
Cruise.
They got a cruise last year, which we hopefully they're going to take up soon. But this year,
We got to another one.
this year we got them a trip to Tokyo. No, we didn't actually. We got them a nice dinner at a steak place called Gillen's. But we also put funds towards them going to a sporting event of their choice whenever they can schedule it. So, I guess on three, let's give 3 cheers to Sunny and DV.
Thanks everybody, appreciate it.
Sorry, 2 more team of the decade.
Appreciate that a lot. We won't say any more words. We do it for love. Before we go into the final segment, real quick, everyone saw a bunch of people just walk in, right?
Yeah.